Dear learners, now we will see experimental designs part 2, more than one group design and complex group design. Now we will see the more than one group design. The first one is static group comparison design. It is usually used for comparative study, the comparison of fitness between basketball and cricket players. Just a comparison. So two static groups, one group is basketball, another group is cricket players. So the two group of players are compared here. So it is called a static group comparison design. What are the advantages? Very less time to conduct this research because there is no training. There is no need to give any training. Just we are measuring what is their fitness level. The fitness level of basketball players and fitness level of the cricket players are measured and compared using these suitable statistical procedures, and the result are drawn to find out whether the basketball players are good in fitness or cricket players are good in fitness. Disadvantages: it can find out the only status, not the effect or efficacy of any training program. Random group design. Say for example, for the research title, effect of plyometric exercise on explosive power of volleyball players. Here there are two groups, one is training group, another one is control group. What do you mean by control group? Control group is nothing but they will be under the control of the researcher, but they will not involve in the experimental training. The training group only will be given the plyometric exercise. So how the groups will be selected? The group will be selected based on random method. What do you mean by random method? The selection of each and every member of the population is having a possibility of selecting into the sample. Say for example, there are hundred number of volleyball players. From that, you are going to select 50 volleyball players. You can use any method, say for example lottery method, by which you can call any number and you can take the 50 students and you can divide that 50 students into two groups consist of 25 each by random method. So this is called as the random group design. So the random group, one group is called as control group, the another group is called as training group. The training group will undergo 12 weeks of plyometric exercise, whereas the control group will not do any exercise program. They will be tested pre-test and post-test, and the pre-test and post-test of the experimental group will be compared separately, and the pre-test and post-test of the control group will be compared separately to find out the result, whether there is a improvement or not, whether there is a change in the control group. So the result will show whether there is an improvement due to plyometric exercise on the fitness of the or the explosive power of the volleyball players. Advantages. Disadvantages of single group design can be avoided. Say for example, here there is a control group to establish your result. Any number of treatment can be added and compared with the control group. So you can have the plyometric exercise one group, aerobic exercise another group, anaerobic exercise another group. You can add any number of groups, but you can have only one control group to compare and establish your result. Disadvantage: due to sampling process, the group may have difference in the initial performance. We are using the random sampling, so there may be an initial difference in the selection of subjects to the group. Sometimes, due to random sampling, the possibility of very good players may go into particular group and the poor players may go into the another group. So the random group sampling may sometimes give the initial difference in the performance. It will affect the entire result of your study. This is called as the disadvantages of the random group design. Related group design. Here the groups are equated. So the groups are related in their measurement. Say for example, effect of plyometric exercise on explosive power of volleyball players. Here there will be a training group and control group. The groups will be equated based on the initial scores of explosive power. So the group mean will be equal when they are at the division of the groups, whether to training group or to control group. The mean of the training group and control group will be equal, so that it is called as the equated group or related group design. So advantages. Since the group were equated, variation in the initial performance is controlled. So no other influences, because both the groups are equal at the start of the experimental training. Control group to compare and establish your result. So there is a control group to compare and authentically say your training improved the explosive power or not. Disadvantages. Equation of group may take more time. So random group means you can select it as and when you need. But when you are needing the need of the equation of group, it will take some time to test the explosive power of all the subjects involved and assigning the equal scores to each group, and you have to find out the mean, and you have to equate whether there is no difference between the two groups, the training group and control group. That you have to verify at the initial stage itself. It will take some more time. That is the disadvantage of this group. Complex experimental design. As the name reflects, it is very complex and complicated. Complex experimental design includes inclusion of multiple dependent variables, inclusion of multiple independent variables, and it also includes the complex correlational designs. The factorial design and mixed factorial designs are comes under the complex experimental design. The factorial design, the process of manipulating more than one independent variable and statistically evaluating the effect on a dependent variable, is called as factorial design. I repeat, the process of manipulating more than one independent variable and statistically evaluating the effect on a dependent variable is called as factorial design. So the researcher is manipulating, the researcher is giving more than one independent variable, more than one independent training, and statistically evaluating the effect on a dependent variable, statistically measuring the variables, the dependent variable is called as the factorial design. The popular factorial designs are two-way factorial design and three-way factorial design. The two-way factorial design, 2 into 2 factorial design, 2 into 3 factorial design, 2 into 3 factorial designs, 4 into 5 factorial design, and 5 into 5 design, and etc. will be used. In the three-way factorial design, in a three-way factorial design, there will be a three factors and one interaction. The interaction between the factor A and factor B. In the mixed factorial design, the mixed factorial design is in fact a combination of within the subject design and between the subject design. I repeat, the mixed factorial design is the combination of within the subjects involved in that design and between the subjects involved in the design. Hope you are able to understand the experimental designs, the types of experimental designs. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you contact me in the given address. Bye.